Hi, welcome back to the channel. On this episode, we would look at Intel. We look at Intel technical and fundamentals, finances. Intel. Many of you might not actually know what Intel is. Intel is the largest chip maker. It's an American company. You know, when you have a laptop and on your laptop, just like my laptop here, it says Intel Core i5. Intel is the chip maker. Most of the laptops, apart from Apple and few other ones, you would see that it's written somewhere Intel. Intel does the chips for a large. In fact, for some other manufacturers, they depend on Intel for their chips. So Intel is the strong, biggest chip maker in the US. I don't want to say in the world because there's TSM in Taiwan Semiconductor, but Intel is huge. In this business of chip making, Intel is number one. You have to agree with me. We will be looking at Intel for some reason. One, we are in bear market. It is official. So, and as you have been following, if you have been following, you would know that from January till now, the market has been very turbulent. The stock market has been down really, and now it's even further down. But I feel that this might just be the right time for you to buy Intel chips. Intel shares if you don't have already, and if you have, it might be the right time to add to your portfolio. However, we are in bear market, meaning that he might still go further down, but I think the price is right and the PE ratio is very reasonable at this time. So this is why we're trying to look at it. We will look at the technical and the financial to see if it's the right time for you to get Intel. Sometimes you want to acquire a stock. You like a stock, you're not sure about the price, but sometimes you think the price is higher than where you should get in. But I feel that now, if you really look at Intel now, you do your valuation, this might be the best time to get on Intel. Let me tell you for this, Intel actually occupies the second largest position in my portfolio. In Elite Pro funds, we have Intel in all our funds. Intel is must-have for us. It's part of those stocks that we use as defensive in a way. But even though their prices are down now, this is why we're talking about it. But you need to look at Intel in that light. And they're also building a huge factory in Ohio. Intel is not the one to joke around with. Let's have a look at their finances. Let's have a look at the technical details. Let's have a look. Guys, here is detail for Intel. Intel, the market is currently open, and Intel is trading at $40. $40. Now, the previous close is $42. The market cap for Intel is 167.26 billion. The P ratio for Intel is 6.85. The earnings date is July. The EPS is 6.02. The ex dividend date. What I need you to actually see about, I'm trying to show you that Intel is actually at this rate very reasonable. Look at the P ratio. The 52 weeks low is $40.88 and 58. So the last 12 months, it has been within this $40.58. Yeah, but let's go on to the financial so you can see how huge Intel is. Now we have the income statement. Sorry about that. Income statement. Total revenue starting from 2018 to 2021 and of recent. That is trailing 12 months, so 2022. From 2018, you can see 70 billion, 71, 77, 79. Intel is consistent. The growth is not phenomenal, but it is very consistent and huge. The cost of revenue is also growing higher, 27, 29, 34, 35, and currently 35. But you can see the gross profit, 42, 43, it's very consistent. It's a consistent company. Intel has always been there. Other chip makers have come, like in the Nvidia and the other ones, they've gone bigger as well, but none of them is as significant as huge as Intel. Look at Intel operating expense, 22.896. Uh, this is a growth from from 2021 was at 21.7733. Let's go on to the balance sheet. I want to show you the total liability. Um, Look at total asset from 127 in 2018, 136, 153, now 168. The total liability is 73 billion. However, look at the total capitalization, 128 billion. Here you can see working capital over 30 billion, invested capital over 133 billion. Let's go on to the cash flow. Intel is huge. On the cash flow side, you, you can see the operating cash flow, investing cash flow. I want to show you the free cash flows. Look at the free cash flow for the trailing 12 month, 9.796 billion. Look at it from 2018, 14 billion, 16 billion, 20 billion. It was down here significantly. Yeah, this could be, as a result of Intel is actually building a huge factory in Ohio or also in the US. Intel is investing a lot of money into infrastructure and also capital project. This is to position Intel as the biggest manufacturer of chips in the next years down the line. So Intel is actually huge, and for that price, let's go on to the Momo chart. Let's look at the technical chart. Let's see what price action will tell us.
Here is the technical chart for Intel. Guys, as you can see, it's very crystal clear. Intel has been trending down the last couple of months. In fact, from the beginning of this year, let's just start with drawing what we can see. Um, I, I will start from here. As you can see, it's crystal clear. Intel is on downward trend. And occasionally it would be out of the channel, but it will fall back in. So Intel has been trading within this area. Every time he breaks this on upside, it comes back in. Breaks it on a downside, it comes back in again. But what you can see as of today, Intel is bearish. The trend is bearish. I would normally I would be thinking that of $41 is very cheap price for Intel and all that, which is very reasonable. But guess what, guys? It doesn't look like there's a bottom yet. It's on a support here, but it doesn't look like it's stopping on this support. Today is Friday, 20th of May. Whether it's going to break this line on a downward, I mean, by the end of the today we would know. But let's have a look at the uh, weekly chart. On a weekly chart, it is the same. You can see that it is trending downward. Yeah, uh, let me start by um, drawing this from here. As you can see, it is downward trending. It is downward, and we are actually trading below 20-day moving day average. We're trading below 20-day moving average on a weekly chart. On a daily chart, we are below 20-day moving average as well, below 50, below 200, below 20-day moving day average. Intel has been trending down. Let's have a look at what Intel has dropped from the recent high. I think the recent high is 12th of January 2022. Sorry, 2022. Yes, let's have a look at it. Till today, from the beginning of the year, Intel has dropped about 26%. 26%. Um, this is not a good sign, but it also shows that it might actually even go further down. But you can't do dollar cost averaging at this stage because the compare with the P ratio 6.85, it looks very reasonable. but then don't go in all at once. If you want to buy 10 stock, you can buy 5 now, then wait again. If it goes further down, then you buy more.
The financials of Intel, you have seen the income statement. They're huge. You have seen that, and you have also seen the price action. But guys, everything I said, just take it with a pinch of salt. Do your own valuation. Make sure you're not buying Intel because I mentioned that this is good or not. Do your own valuation. Thank you for watching this channel. Thank you for subscribing. We will continue to produce content that will support your investment journey. Please call again.